Reaching the fingertips away from the toe tips. And relaxing to the floor. Grab your strap. You may or may not need it. We're going to leave the left leg on the floor. We're going to extend the sole of the right foot up towards the ceiling. You can take the strap around the ball of your right foot, or your peace fingers can grab the right big toe. If you're holding onto a strap, try to hold towards the ends so that way the backs of your shoulders and elbows will stay on the floor. Straightening both legs, flexing both feet. Let the right foot fall open to the side. Keep the left toes pointing up. Strap will come to your right hand so that way the back of the left shoulder and hip can stay down. And right leg comes all the way up through center, over to the left just a little bit. Keep the back of the right hip on the floor. Coming back to center, lift your shoulders, bringing your nose towards your knee, pulling the belly button in, relax your face. And gently lower the shoulders back down, keep that right leg up. You can move the strap for a second, you can put it over to the side. We're gonna bend the right knee, bringing it in towards the body. Fingers are going to interlace on top of your shin. Pulling the right knee up and into the body, keeping it in front of you, not off to the side. And gently release that right leg all the way down to the floor. Take a little second to notice how much longer the right side of your body feels than your left. And we're going to switch. So this time the sole of the left foot will come towards the ceiling, strap to the ball of the left foot, or peace fingers to the big toe. And reaching out through the heels, pulling the belly in, pressing yourself into the mat. Keep the right toes up. Strap will go to the left hand. Keeping the back of the right body down. Left leg comes all the way up through center, over to the right. Keeping the back of the left hip down. Try to relax your face. Don't scrunch your eyebrows. Coming back to center, lift the shoulders, nose towards the knee. Fluid breath. And relaxing the shoulders, go ahead and move your strap to the side. Bend the left knee, bringing it in towards the body. Fingers interlace around the shin. Still flexing the right foot. Slowly release that left leg all the way to the floor. Bringing the soles of the feet about hip distance down onto your mat. We're going to take our right ankle, crossing it on top of our left knee, coming into our figure four. Slowly lift the left foot, bringing your left knee in towards your body. Again, interlace the fingers on the shin or the thigh. Keep the whole back down. Releasing the knee, left foot's gonna come back down to the floor. Keep the right ankle where it is. Arms are gonna come to a T. Rocking all the way over to the left side. Let the sole of your right foot hit the floor. Keep that right knee pointing up. We want to create as much space in the right side of the body as we can. Keeping the right shoulder down. This is a good stretch for your IT band or if you have sciatica issues. Coming back up to center. Bring the sole of the right foot to the floor and bring the left ankle to the top of the right knee. Pulling that right knee in towards the body, interlacing the fingers on the shin or the thigh. The knee, right foot will come back down to the floor, arms out to a T. Rocking over to the right side, left sole of the left foot all the way to the floor. Left knee pointing up. This time opening up the whole left side. Should feel it down the ribs, the side of the hip. To center, bringing the sole of the left foot to the floor. Extend both feet all the way up to the ceiling, reaching out through the heels. Maybe roll the ankles, squish your toes. Knees come into the chest, rocking yourself all the way up to a seat. Start with our right ankle crossed in front, just a nice easy seat. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold forward over your thighs. Try to relax the legs. Making your way back up. Inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, twisting to the right. You can wrap the arms around the body. You can bring the left hand to the outside of the knee. You can bring the right hand behind you. We're focusing more on the twist than the hand position. Sitting up tall. Back to center, bringing the left ankle in front, just switching the crossing. Inhale up, and exhale, folding over the thighs. Relax your toes. Exhale, twisting to the left this time. Again, you can wrap the arms or use the knee. Releasing the upper body. Extending both legs straight in front of us, coming to our staff pose. Pulling the belly in, lifting through the top of the head, keeping the shoulders down out of your ears. Inhaling up. Exhale, hinge forward, reach for the feet. Take it easy for the first one. Gently rolling yourself all the way up. Cross the ankles, rolling forward to your hands and your knees into your tabletop. drop your belly, lift your chest and your tailbone. Couple rounds of cat-cow. Exhale, press the floor way around your back, tucking the chin. Inhale, drop the belly, moving one vertebrae at a time. Exhale, round the back, press the whole hand into the floor. One more time, inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. And exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. Shift the hips all the way back into your child's pose. Reaching the arms as far forward as you can. Maybe tuck the chin, rock across your shins. Shifting the hips forward to the top of the mat, coming into your up dog. Keeping the hands underneath your shoulders, chest pulling forward. Push that right shoulder forward, left one back. Feeling a little extra stretch along the belly. And back through center. Left shoulder forward, right one back. And back to center. Go ahead and lift the hips. Coming back up to your tabletop position. Keeping the hips stacked above your knees. Walking the hands forward. Drop the belly. Coming into your puppy. Pressing the forearms and the hands into the floor. Feel the tops of your arms turn on. Walking the hands back into your tabletop position. We're going to extend the right leg back, keeping the toes on the floor to start. Couple rocks back and forth. Noticing the bottom of the foot. Bringing that right foot all the way to the left side of the mat. Squishing your left shoulder towards your left hip, opening up the right side of the body. Again, you can take a couple rocks back and forth. And coming back to center. Lift the right toes up away from the floor, legs straight back from your hip. You can leave both hands down if you need. Maybe try lifting that left arm up by the ear. Pressing into the right hand, keep the whole chest lifted. Try not to collapse into your right shoulder. On the inhale, elbow to knee underneath, rounding our back. And extending arm and leg long. And left arm to the left, right leg's gonna come out to the right. You can keep the right leg straight or you can bend it, either one. Sending arm and leg straight back. Elbow to knee underneath. Extending that arm and leg long. This time we're gonna sweep the left arm back, bend the right knee. Maybe you reach the foot, maybe you don't. Keeping the chest parallel to the floor. Kick the foot away as you grab it. Slowly release that right leg straight back. Left hand will come to the top of the mat. Lean into the left side of the body. Reach that right arm up, opening up the right hip. You can also keep that right foot down on the floor if you need. Press into the left hand. Right knee's gonna come to the floor. Gently thread right arm underneath your left, coming down to the back of the right shoulder, threading the needle. Taking big breaths in and out of the back of the right shoulder. Feeling the shoulder blade kind of move away from the spine. Bringing the left hand in front of the face. Pressing into the left side of the body. We're going to open up that right side one more time, right back into our mini half moon. Gently lowering that right foot all the way to the floor. On your inhale, we're going to come all the way up, straight into our gate pose. So now you'll be facing the side of the mat. The left knee is underneath you. Right foot's out to the side. Sweeping the arms in front of you. Inhale all the way back up and around. And exhale, drop the right hand towards the right leg. Left arm's going to reach up and over the ear. Pressing the left hip towards the top of the mat. And inhaling up to center. Exhale, we're going to drop that left hand all the way to the floor. Leaning into that left hand. Maybe lift that left knee up, shooting the left foot back into your side plank. You can also keep the left knee down. Slowly bringing that left knee back to the floor. Inhale all the way back up to center, facing the side. And exhale, shift the hips back, coming into a half child's pose. Trying to keep the foot flat, toes facing the side. Relax the inside of the right leg. Slowly making your way all the way back up. Go ahead and bring that right knee underneath you, turning back towards the top of our mat. Keeping the hips stacked right above your knees. Inhale, arms up. And on the exhale, right hand's gonna drop towards the right heel. You can tuck the toes, pressing the hip points forward, reach the left arm back. To center. Exhale, left hand towards the left heel, right arm reaching up and back. Press the hips forward. Inhale up to center. And exhale, bringing both hands back down to the floor into your tabletop. We're going to extend the left leg back, toes on the floor. Again, couple rocks across the ball of the foot. Lifting the left leg up, straight back from the hip. Pulling the belly in, keeping the chest lifted to start. And maybe lift that right arm up by the ear. Remember, making the body as long as you can. Inhale, elbow to knee underneath, round the back. And extending arm and leg long, big reach. Right arm to the right, left leg out to the left. Again, bent or straight. Arm and leg long. Elbow to knee underneath. Extending arm and leg long. This time sweep that right arm behind. Maybe bend the left knee. Press into that left hand, keeping lifted. Releasing that left leg straight back from the hip. Both hands to the top of the mat. Lean into the right side of the body. Open up that left arm, left hip. Come into your mini half moon. Right hand's down, pressing into the mat. Left knee gently comes to the floor. Threading left arm underneath the right, come down to the back of the left shoulder. And you really reach that hand through. Breathing into the back of the left shoulder. Bringing the right hand in front of the face. Press into the right side of the body. Opening up that left arm and hip one more time into your mini half moon. Gently lower that left foot all the way to the floor. Inhale, arms up to center, lifting the chest, turning towards the side of your mat. Sweep the arms back down in front of you, all the way around. Big inhale, back up. And exhale, left hand towards the left leg, right arm up and over the ear. Press that right hip to the top. And inhale up to center. Exhale, right hand's gonna come all the way to the floor. Maybe lift that right foot up, stepping it back into your side plank. Pulling the belly in, lifting the hips. And right knee gently comes back down to the floor. Inhaling up to center. And exhale, shift the hips back, half child's pose. Relax the inside of the left leg. And gently coming all the way up. Bring that left knee back under you, turning towards the top of our mat. Hands will come back down to the floor into our tabletop position. Walk the hands a step or two further. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, shift the hips up and back for your downward dog. Pressing the whole hand and the whole foot into the floor. Lifting through the arms, up the shoulders, the back, all the way to the hips. Walking your feet about a step or two closer, a short downward dog. Bending the knees. Right hand's gonna reach back towards the outside of your left ankle or left shin. Once you've got a hold of the leg, gently straighten the legs, looking under the left armpit. Revolve down dog. And bend the knees, right hand comes back to the top of the mat. The left hand reaches for the outside of the right ankle this time. And gently straighten the legs, looking up under the right armpit this time. Press into that right hand, keep everything shifted back. Bending the knees, left hand comes back to the top of the mat. Slowly walking the feet all the way up, coming to the top of your mat into your forward fold. Let the top half hang. Maybe bend and straighten one leg at a time. Pressing into your feet, slowly roll yourself all the way up. Head will come up last. Inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, folding forward. This time we're going to bring the palm of our hand underneath the sole of our foot. Coming into, this is called gorilla. So put as much bend in the knee as you need. Glue the belly to your thigh. Straightening the legs any amount. Feel the shoulders kind of tug forward. Removing the hands from under the feet. One more time, press into the feet. Roll yourself all the way up. Sun salutations. Inhale, arms up, big reach, moving with your breath. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, flatten the back. Exhale, plant the hands, hop or step back. Chaturanga. Keeping the elbows in tight as we lower. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Pressing into the floor, coming back to the breath. Hop, step, walk, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. Press into your feet, rise up, big inhale. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, hop or step back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Doing a quick scan of the body, seeing how you're doing. On our inhale, right leg's gonna lift up and back. On our exhale, step right foot forward all the way to the top of the mat. Dropping the left knee to the floor, coming for a low lunge. Inhale, arms up, chest up. Keeping the right knee tracking forward, relaxing the shoulders down. Hands are going to come to heart center, hinging forward, twisting a little bit, bringing the left elbow outside the right knee, keeping a long spine. Tucking the left toes underneath, press into the feet, lift that left knee, coming up to your revolved low lunge. Keeping that right hip underneath you. On your inhale, unwind the arms, coming all the way up, crescent lunge. So right ankle or right knee on top of the ankle, ball of the left foot's on the floor. Gently shifting forward on that right leg. We're going to bring the left knee up and into our chest. A little balance check. Pressing the whole foot down, lifting through the top of your head. Hands come to heart center, hinging forward, left leg straight back into your warrior three. You want to use a block at the top of your mat or the wall, you can. Keeping the left toes pointing down. Inhale, coming all the way up, left knee up and into the chest. And on our exhale, step the left toes back, opening up into your warrior two. So right knee is over the ankle, arms are pressing down, core is engaged. Left arm drops down, right arm reaching up, reverse warrior. Right arm's gonna sweep forward, either to your knee or to the floor. Left arm will reach up and over the ear. Reach through the fingertips, making a long line down the side of the body. Inhale, left arm down, right arm up. Maybe straighten that right leg. Turning the right toes towards the side of your mat, coming into your wide leg stance. Inhale, both arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Keep the hips high. Pressing the insides of your feet down. Full breath. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Bringing the arms out to a T. On our inhale, right hand's gonna reach towards the left toes, left arm's gonna point up towards the ceiling. And inhale back to center. Exhale, left hand towards the right toes, right arm reaching up. And inhale back to center. Exhale, let it go, fold forward. Gently bring both hands to the floor. Pivot the feet, walking the hands all the way back up towards the top of our mat. Step that right foot back into your plank. Shift forward for a vinyasa or lift the hips for your downward dog. Settling in, refocusing. On our inhale, left leg lifts up and back. Exhale, left foot steps forward, top of the mat. Dropping the right knee down. Inhale, arms up, lifting the chest. Sinking our hips. Try to relax the hip creases. Hands come together at heart center, hinging forward. Right elbow outside your left knee, finding a little twist. Keeping the right toes tucked. Pressing into the feet, gently lift that right knee up, coming into your revolved low lunge. Inhale, unwind the arms, reaching up, crescent lunge. And the left knee over the ankle, keep the belly in. Shifting forward onto that left leg, right knee up and into your chest. And checking the balance, relaxing the shoulders, relax the toes. Hands come to heart center, hinging forward, right leg straight back, warrior three. Long spine, press into the left foot, feel the left lift through the kneecap. Inhale, coming up, right knee up and into the chest. And stepping the right toes all the way back. Open up for your warrior two, looking over the left hand. Front heel, middle of the back foot. Again, lengthening your neck. Right arm sweeps down, left arm up, reverse. And left arm sweeps forward, either to the knee or the floor. Right arm up and over the ear, your version of extended side angle. Press into the outside of the right foot. Inhale, right arm sweeps down, left arm up, straightening the left leg. Pivot the feet, turn the left toes towards the side of your mat. Wide leg stance. Inhale, both arms up. And exhale, wide leg fold. Relax the face. Keep the hips above, or in the center, I guess. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, we're going to bring the hands to the floor. Walking the hands over to the right, bend the right knee, coming into your side squat. You don't have to drop the hips all the way down if you don't want to. You can keep the hands on the floor, you can bring them to the chest. Keep the right knee going straight in front of you, try not to let it point out to the side. And walking the hands through center over to the left side. Relaxing the inside of the leg. And coming back to center. Slowly heel toe the feet all the way back in until they're about hip distance, toes pointing out. Bending the knees, dropping the hips, coming into your yogi squat, your malasana. from side to side if you'd like. And keep the hands down. Both hands come back down to the floor, straighten the legs, heel toeing the feet back out wide. Inhale, half lift one more time. And exhale, fold, bringing the hands to the floor, walking them all the way back to the top of our mat. Step that left foot back and shift forward for your vinyasa, or lift the hips for your downward dog. Go ahead and bend the knees, bring them to the floor, shift back. Take a little child's pose. You can bring the arms behind you. Shifting the hips back up to our tabletop position. We're going to walk our right knee forward, coming into our pigeon. So swinging the shin. Finding a shape that works for you. Trying to keep that right hip underneath you, shoulders stacked above the hips. Right hand's gonna come to the top of our mat. Open up that left arm, reaching back towards your left leg. Maybe bend the left knee if you would like. Try pulling it into the body. Keeping the left knee bent. We're gonna bring the left hand to the top of the mat. Reach that right arm back, maybe reaching for the foot. Now we're facing the top of the mat. If you would like, you can lift the left hand, reaching back for the foot as well. Gently release the left leg back. Inhaling up tall. And exhale, let it go. Fold on down. Breathe into the right hip, right glute. Stay with your breath and trying not to let your mind wander. Relax the toes and your face. To our hands. We're going to tuck the left toes underneath just enough to slide that right knee from under us and out to the side, coming into our half frog. We just got the outside of the hip for pigeon. Now for half frog, we're getting the inside of the leg. If you want a little more twist, you can bring the right cheek to the floor instead of the left. Noticing any tingling in the right leg. Let all the fluids and nutrients rush back into the tissue. Sliding right knee down to meet your left. You're going to bring the right arm straight out to a T. Left hand under your left shoulder. Bend the left knee, rolling over to the right side of the body, getting the front of the shoulder. We got the back when we did thread the needle. Rolling that shoulder down out of the ear. If it's a little too intense, just walk the arm down closer to your foot. And rolling back to center. Hands under your shoulders. Press yourself back up to your tabletop. Maybe do a little squish side to side, wag the tail. On our next inhale, we're going to scoot our left knee forward, switching sides for our pigeon. It's okay if one side doesn't look the same as the other, if it feels a little bit tighter. Left hand comes to the top of the mat. We're going to reach that right arm back towards the foot, opening up the shoulder. You can bend the right knee if you would like, trying to pull the foot in close to the body. Keeping the right knee bent, we're going to bring right hand to the top of the mat and reach that left arm back for the foot. Again, you don't have to grab the foot, just noticing how a little bent knee will change the whole position of your hips. Gently release that right leg all the way down. Inhale, lifting tall. And exhale, fold forward over the left leg, left hip releases. Nice full breaths. When you let your breath get choppy, it makes the body panic and think something's wrong. So we always want to try to keep it flowing and free. To our hands. Tuck the right toes underneath, enough to bring that left knee out to the side. Letting the inside of the leg relax, melt to the floor. Left knee down to meet your right. Bring that left arm straight out to a T. Right hand under your right shoulder. Bend the right knee, rolling over to the left side of the body. In front of the arm, shoulder. Try to keep the palm of the left hand on the mat or on the floor. Back to center. We're going to bring the hands under the shoulders, pressing yourself back up to your tabletop. We're going to come into our stag locust. So, starting in our 8-limbed pose, we're going to lower the chest to the floor. Hands are going to be underneath your shoulders, elbows pulled back. Try not to let them come sideways. You can rest the chin on the floor if you would like. You don't have to. Keeping the toes tucked underneath you, hips lifted as much as you can. Gently lean into that left knee, reaching the right leg up. Trying to keep the hands underneath you. If you'd like, you can lift the left toes up away from the floor, kind of pointing them towards the right knee. Slowly lower right knee all the way back down to the floor. And switch, leaning into the right knee. Lift that left leg straight back. Pressing into the hands, relaxing the face. Maybe lift the right toes up away from the floor. And gently Gently lowering both knees all the way back down. Press into the hands, shift the hips all the way back into your child's pose. Maybe bring the arms by your sides or by the feet, shaking out the shoulders a little bit. And bringing the hands forward. Going to come up through your tabletop all the way into a seat. We're going to come into our boat position. So, with boat, the most important thing is to keep the back flat, because if you start to let it round like this, it's going to end up pulling your low back instead of strengthening your core. So, even if you have to keep the hands down, if the feet are barely lifted, the alignment and the muscle activation is more important than how pretty it is. So, we're going to bring hands by your sides to the floor, whatever you feel. Engage your belly to begin. Then lean back just enough, maybe lift the feet. You can straighten the legs if you'd like. Wherever you feel the most engagement in your core, where you're shaking a little bit but not dying. Gently bring the knees into the body, rolling all the way down to your back. Soles of the feet will come to the floor, hip distance, arms down by your sides. Press into the feet, lift the hips up into your bridge. Maybe bring the arms underneath you and interlace the hands or reach for the heels. Keeping the legs parallel, squeezing the glutes. And gently lower the back all the way back down to the floor. Knees come into the chest. We're going to rock ourselves all the way back up to a seat and straight into our second boat. So as soon as you rock yourself up, find that position, engaging the core. Try not to hold the breath. And bend the knees, rolling all the way down. Soles of the feet on the floor, hip distance, arms by the sides. Press into the feet, lifting the hips, relaxing the neck. And slowly lower the back all the way to the floor. Knees into the chest, taking a little rock side to side. Bringing the arms out to a T. Keep the left knee in close to the body. Bring that right leg all the way down to the floor. Roll over onto the right side of the body, letting the left leg come across you into your twist. Right hand can grab the thigh, or you can stay to a T. Try to keep the left shoulder and left side of the body heavy towards the floor. And rolling back to center, knees into the chest. We're going to keep the right knee in, extending the left leg all the way to the floor. Rolling over onto the left side, let the right leg come across. Full breath, might feel a little pop in the back. Rolling back to center. Extending the feet up towards the ceiling. Peace fingers are going to grab your big toes. Straightening the legs any amount. They do not need to go all the way straight. Coming into our ragdoll. Keeping the backs of the hips and the backs of the shoulders on the floor. Letting both feet fall open into your straddle. You can grab the thighs or the knees if you need. feet back up overhead. Release the toes. Bend the knees, bringing the hands to the outsides of your feet into your happy baby. Again, keep the back of the hips down, heels above your knees, maybe a little tug of the feet. Relaxing the hips and legs. Release the feet, knees come into the chest. One more little rock side to side. Bringing the soles of your feet to the floor, hip distance again. Go ahead and grab your block. Pressing into the feet, lifting the hips just like we would for bridge. Slide the block underneath you, either the low or medium height. Coming right underneath the sacrum, the back of your hips. Letting them rest on the block. Open up the chest, bringing the tops of the arms underneath you before we start. Arms can just lay to the side. 1 foot at a time, lifting up towards the ceiling. Little supported shoulder stand. If you're having a little low back pain, you can also come to this position and gently rock side to side against the back of your sacrum with the block. A little massage. Bending the knees one at a time, coming all the way back down to the floor. Lift the hips enough to remove the block from under you. And coming all the way down to the mat. Take any extra